Hello everyone, my name is Larseth, and welcome back to episode 5 of our Banished playthrough. And I went and had some looking, is that even proper English? I went and looked, rather. And apparently the optimal farm size is basically between about 120 and 131 squares, or is it 110 squares and 130 squares? But either way, we're actually not too far off. So we could make it slightly bigger. So that's not a problem. Apparently, it's perfectly, you're perfectly able to manage each one of these with one person. The only problem, that was based on educated people using steel tools. And I don't know what we are currently doing, like who we've currently got working there. So he is one of them is educated. They are both educated, but they're using iron tools, so that'll slow them down somewhat. So I might try it with 2 farmers and see how it goes. I mean, we're not going to lose out too much, I would imagine. But yeah, that's it. So what else are we going to do? I think we should probably start building a few more homes. So I'm going to build another one there. I think. Seems like a good place, as good a place for it as any. And what else do we need to? We probably need to build some more, like, sort of, town-related things. So maybe a nice town hall would fit in nicely somewhere. Yeah. So we now have a blacksmith that's not doing anything, so we will take him away. I think definitely town hall needs to come in next. Question is where? I think here looks as good as anywhere. Don't you? I never know about making these streets too cramped. Let's put town hall there, actually. Seems like an alright place for it. Right up against the side of the let's remove both of our woodcutters because we're now at max firewood. It's right up against the sort of hill, mountain, whatever you want to call it. So it's no wasted space, basically. How are our farmers doing? Well, not doing too badly. We'll just see how they go. Taylor, we've also hit the maximum on clothes, so now we've got plenty of labourers sat around. So we'll move 2 of those to builders because we want them to start doing this wooden house for us. And I presume we also need to build a chapel at some point, which I may just go and plonk next to the town hall. Yeah, let's plonk that next to the town hall. Or do we want to do that? For the sake of prettiness, I might move it down here. Actually, no, I might leave it there because that's a bit more centralised between, sort of among where everyone lives. I think. Unfortunately now, I mean, actually, I'm going to get rid of my builders. Because they've just finished that house. Because I basically need all my labourers to be gathering all of this stuff and moving it to the correct places. I think we are probably going to be needing a quarry at some point soon, just because we are quite quickly running out of stone. Over here, anything? Because there is, like, not a lot of stone. Let's get that. Let's get that. We'll get those. That's about it for the moment. So yeah, I think we do need to build a quarry. I guess the question is, where do we build a quarry? Well, normally, as far as I know, you want a quarry in a place that, you're not planning to use for anything else. Because, as you can see, they're quite large. So, like, plus they leave, like, an unsightly hole in the ground, essentially. Which isn't great. So Where am I likely not going to need... See, all of this land up here is really good for, like, builders' gatherers' huts and stuff like that. So, I'm thinking maybe sort of... I don't know. See, this would also be good for farm stuff. And you never want to build it too close to your city because... You know, if you're planning on actually building anywhere... Like, expanding the actual city, then you're going to have a bit of trouble. How far do these things spread? Ooh. Oh god, I thought the ring came out a lot further. Okay, so maybe we build... Maybe we build one there. Let's give that a go and see how that works. So we got up to about 65% yields and it's now autumn, so that's not actually going to get any higher. So maybe I need a third farmer. Because, yeah. So like the yield's going down considerably, so actually I think 4 farmers is probably not, yeah, no, because we're losing a load of this to the frost. But then is there normally frost in autumn? Not all the time, I don't think. So, let's remove... both of those. And let's maybe resize it slightly, I think. I always forget which tabs I need to click on. Because apparently the optimal size is like 8 by 14. But typically, the way I've laid this out... Typically, the way I've laid this out has meant that this path is in the way, so... Can I get rid of that? Doesn't say there's actually anything there. Does it still consider it to be there now? I don't know. It still considers it to be there now. How do you even get rid of roads? Is that a thing? Remove roads. Oh yeah, there's actually a tool for it. How about that? So 8 by 14. Need to come one over. There we go. Let's try 8 by 14. Let's try 8 by 14 again. And then let's put these roads back. Says that I can't place a road in this location. I'm fairly certain I didn't build these. I literally built them right next to one another. I don't know whether that's a smart thing or not, so... I'm just going to move this one over slightly. So leave a space, and then do that. Ta-da! Oh wow, our town hall's now ready to be built. We need a lot of builders for it, though. Farmers, we will get rid of and turn them into labourers for the moment, because it's now early winter. And we lost all of most of our stuff, actually, which is obviously not a good thing. Hopefully these kind chaps come along and cut down these crop fields. That'd be swell of them. Although, actually, I imagine they're probably going out and collecting all that stone I told them to collect. So they're probably... Yep, they're all down here. Yeah, so they've cut it up and they're just gathering it again now. Ooh, and they're also over here in the quarry dealing with that. Good guys. I think, yeah, for the moment we need to leave a load of labourers sat around. We got plenty of food for the moment, so we don't have to worry too much about, like, starving to death. Although it can be quite difficult sometimes to predict how, like, your resources and whatnot are going to go. Because, like, sometimes you'll just be, like, pottering along like normal, and suddenly you'll have a small population spike and you won't be able to get food in time, and your populace will all starve, which is obviously not an ideal situation. Let's build a little road. Although, is that road even in the best position? It's probably... The problem is it depends, because if somebody wants to go over here, it probably will be... Well, actually, no, I know what's going to be the best position. Is if I build a road, probably... there. And then, if they want to get down... How close am I to the road? No, I am actually on the road. So, what if they want to come down here? And I'll put the road like that. Sorted. Makes it a lot easier for everyone. But hopefully they actually use it, because normally what they do is they don't bother and they just walk. They just go, oh, this is actually faster than going here, so I'm just gonna cut across the middle there. Because, you know, reasons. So it's early spring. None of those are ready yet, but that's not the end of the world. Because we've got more pressing matters to attend to at the moment, I think. We do need probably to set somebody as a woodcutter, though, because our stockpile of firewood is going down quite fast. Our clothes and tools are okay at the moment. Where are we? I got lost there for a second. So actually, these guys are spending more time worrying about all of the... they got to take all of this stuff back up here, by the looks of it. I'm going to build another stockpile. Here. So that when they actually start gathering stuff, they don't need to basically take it as far. Oh dear. Somebody died. I really need to close my curtains. There's a big glare on the screen that makes it awfully hard to see what the hell you're looking at. Come on, you could do it. There's only one tree left. Right, so that's now ready to build. That is now an official stockpile, which is nice. There's nothing else that needs... Right, so there's nothing else that needs labouring, so we're going to chuck a load of people as builders and let them get to work. However, what they decide to build first is anyone's guess, but actually I suppose in this situation it doesn't really matter too much. Because it's not like we're building anything else at the moment. Or like placing down anything. They've decided that the town hall is a priority. See, the good thing about the town hall is you could see your production. And like your use of items. So like this one's, it is very useful. So like food, this is, I wonder if the graph thing is better. Yeah, so the graphs are really good for studying population growth. Production is really good for seeing, you know, like if you go, oh, my population's suddenly exploding, and you look at your production, you realize that your, you know, food production isn't actually going up at all, then that could be a bit of an issue. Let's get rid of a builder, make him a cleric. And once those guys have all finished doing that, get rid of all those builders, and we will make 5 stonecutters. Seems like a logical thing. So luckily now they won't have anywhere else. They have a place right here to dump all their stuff, should they need be. Should they need to, rather. See, started. Well, actually, no. What did they do? Unless they're just gonna go and dump it over there because they're idiots. A forester was killed by a falling tree. That's great. Fabulous. I'm not going to bother putting farmers on yet because they will start the work and then they'll never get it done in time for winter. So it's not. That's fine. We need a blacksmith though because our tools have started to get a little bit lowish. I'll tell you what. Maybe we should put the limit for our clothes to not 100, but not 150, but maybe 100, and do that for our tools as well. So then we don't have to keep moving about our blacksmith and tailor so often. Seems like a good idea. What's the situation look like for our other stuff? Looks okay. So that's coming along nicely. What else do we need to do other than farm? Well, we only have one labourer now, so they're not going to be of much use. We might as well put them as a tailor, actually. And make a few more clothes. See, we're having a lot of people dying of old age. What's our housing looking like? We probably need to build some more housing. So build 2 houses there. And we probably need to build a road through there. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is click the wrong tool. Why don't it let me remove roads? There we go. I'm just crap. There we go. So what we're going to do is actually build these houses back to back. Eventually what we'll do is start building stone houses. I seem to remember reading somewhere that actually they're really good, but they're not worth the resources it requires to make because they're quite a bit more expensive. But that I might just be making that up in my mind. I can't remember exactly. Of course, none of these are going to get built anytime soon because we don't have any labourers, but there we go. But we need them for other things at the moment, so there we go. How much stone have we got? 11. They're not going particularly fast, are they? Unless, of course, they're putting some stone in. Well, that's full, so they can't be putting stone there. Maybe they are just going really slow. Who knows? 59 members of the chapel, so that's clearly making people happy. That was something they wanted. Stone. Recurrent. We've produced 18 stone. Wow, that really actually isn't all that fast, is it? What do we need to do? Our woodcutter could probably stay there just because it's late winter, so they're going to be still needing to cut wood. How much wood could a wood... No. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? Woodchuck could chuck... English. Right. It's all going quite well. This is the bit where you get, like, see, what you have to do is, like, really balance out where you get all your food from and stuff like that. Otherwise, what you end up doing is if you build a load of farms, and this has happened to me before, is, like, you build loads of farms, you have loads of orchards, pastures, and stuff like that, and then you get, like, I can't remember what they call it, whether it's, like, pestilence or a disease, plague, or something like that, comes through and basically wipes out all your crops for years on end, and then everyone starves to death. And it's very nice. These houses need building, so I'm actually going to put both of my builders there. Hopefully they'll go and deal with these. in order to ensure that, I'm going to increase the priority of both of these. But I think for the moment, I will end the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.